Hi everyone, sorry I can't be there with you, so hopefully this gets you all the information you needed, and then just send me an email if you have questions. I'm just going to go over the meeting agenda point by point and try to be brief about it. One of the things that we've noticed as an admin team going through classes is that a lot of the classrooms are still set up in rows left over from the testing and midterm exam period. We would really like this to be changed to reflect more student-based classrooms and group learning classrooms. I know that on test days, it's okay to move them back into rows, but normally on a day-to-day basis, they should be in group formations. And I know some people had some Arabic Islamic teachers that were moving them, but everybody's been being told this, so please try to get those moved into groups. And we need to really look at the curriculum and the weekly plans coming up to make sure that we're not just teaching workbook pages, but really making our lessons interactive and student-based, where the students are becoming critical thinkers more instead of just rote memorization and using the textbooks. So also, we noticed on some of the websites for the grade levels that there were some sample tests. There should be no sample test up on any website for any grade level, and no book answer keys should be up there. From now on, the only exception before would have been midterm review from benchmark pages, but even right now, because of copyright laws, we shouldn't have those up there at all. And we need to make sure that our grades in our classroom are reflecting the content knowledge. So if your students can't read, they should not be passing the classes, or should be low C, D students, or failing. They shouldn't have an A if academically that's not where they are. So make sure that their grades reflect that. Okay, so parent communication. On every Wednesday morning, we're having a parent meeting. So yesterday on Wednesday morning was our Parents with Partners meeting, and we had a small turnout this week. Last week we had a much bigger turnout, but we're trying to communicate more with them and express the great things that your guys are doing to them. During that time period, please make sure to keep your windows closed, because we'll be outside next to gate 3 during that time. So that's some third grade hallway and a second grade hallway right there. Also, tardies, make sure that you are marking your student tardy, and if they come in after 7:30 and attendance has already been taken, please send those students to the receptionist to make sure that they're marked correctly in the Skyward system. Also, when you email, you need to be emailing your parents if you have a phone conversation with them or any type of meeting with them. You just send a follow-up email to them saying, "Hi, thanks for coming in. This is what we talked about." Just short and brief summary of it. And the counselor will be doing that too if she's with you or for the meetings. Also, okay, let's see. So one of the things that we wanted some teacher input for, and so if you have any ideas, please tell your lead teacher for Earth Day activities. So we want you guys' input and to know what's going on. We have a question to see if any of you are Elliott trained. That's the Elliott is the piece that we used for the formal observations for teachers and students. So if you could let us know if you are trained in that, because we want your help for training days coming up. The Ministry of Education released a memo saying that now teachers are included in bad weather days. So if it rains or storms or something and school's canceled, you don't have to come. Congratulations. Okay. So also, we're putting together a reading team to do some diagnostic testing. I'll be leading a training in that. So if you're interested in being part of the team and want to be trained to know how to test give diagnostic testing to the students, please let me know, and then we'll meet together so that we can help evaluate all the kiddos that are struggling and help better know how to meet the needs of these students. Okay, also please try to send an updated list of your students. I put by Thursday in the memo, but if you could send them by Sunday, that would be great. And also the thing I wanted to ask about is we need to talk about our second quarter assembly, because we didn't have it in January. So possibly next week, I wanted to get your input about that. So if you have a date in mind, can you tell your lead teacher? That would be great. Book orders are due, so if you need any teacher manuals that you don't have for a subject, please let me know as soon as possible. Please also remember the Reading Street books do not go home. Even if your parents have requested them, do not send them home unless there is a meeting about that that admin was involved in that said that they are allowed to. But right now, there should be no students at all taking Reading Street books at home at all. Also, if students forget their books, and like if they forget their readers and writers book or their science book, do not make a copy of it. They need to write down the answers on a piece of notebook paper, and then you need to email the parent and say, hi, your child forgot their book. Please have them do this page at home tonight. And so they actually have to take personal responsibility to redo that page or to staple that page into their own workbook to reduce some of the copies. Okay, as you know, the spelling bee is going on. The spelling bee did not finish today because the top 5 winners, we couldn't get them out. So there will be a little bit of spelling bee tomorrow on Friday. Also on Thursday, sorry. Formal observations will be coming up. I'm going to put the sign-up sheet up on Sunday now. So please sign up as soon as possible so we can start those. I will start some of them next week though. So end of quarter 3 is coming up. It's on March 5th. All of your grades need to be in on that date. So try to get them in earlier if you can because they have to be completed in Skyward by March 5th. Comments need to be submitted this time to your lead teacher on February 20th. And then if your lead teachers have questions, then they'll send them on to me. Trainings. We have 3 upcoming trainings that will be half days for our kiddos. So the first one is February 18th, so next week. There will be an early release day at 12:30. All of these trainings will be on Elliott, and we need, so it will be from 1 to 3 in the NPR. You will have to sign in for this, and they are not accepting tardies for this. So if you're more than 15 minutes late, you won't be allowed to sign in, but you will be required to still attend this. So there'll be 3 Elliott training days, one in February, one in March, and one in April. We will also have the in-service that's on the calendar, February 22nd, will be MAP training in-service. Ms. Zahra and Ms. Alex will be leading that. And please bring your MAP data to the training. We believe that the MAP company sent you, every teacher, some access to it. And if you don't have access to it, we contact Riyadh to try to get that for you. Science fair is coming up. We've asked for classroom money budgets. There will be a small budget. We did get it approved, but they didn't tell us the amount yet. So as soon as I know, you guys will know. The school will provide the science and math presentation boards. It could be a science or math project. So there's 2 dates set for the science fair this year, and the boys' school will be doing a science fair at the same time that the elementary school students are. So it will be 1st through 6th grade will be on April 11th. Okay, I need the grade level list of science materials that the grade level needs. I need those turned in by February 16th. So please every grade level needs to turn that in. Open day for third grade girls and up will be February 20th. It will start at 9:15. Students will be taking quizzes and tests that morning. So it is an academic day. Absences are unexcused and nothing will be made up. And it's different than the lower grades. So one of the things that was suggested, we're implementing, they'll have wristbands that cost 100 SAR, and then they can play whatever games they want. And then they'll use around 50 SAR to buy hair braiding or food or stuff like that. So that's like their extras that they don't necessarily need. Okay. March 2nd is Dr. Seuss Day. So the kids can dress up as their favorite book character and do presentations in their English classes. March 12th is student-led conferences. Please remember, March 5th is the end of the term, and that's way shorter than normal. It's only 7 weeks this time, so it's really coming up fast. So make sure you get your grades in. You should have all your weekly grades should be entered every Thursday. Staff policies. Please remember, you need to be following the staff and student handbooks, both of them. For example, one of the things that parents have complained about are testing days and multiple tests being on the same day. So we will be checking for this. I'm looking through the minutes right here. I stuck the test schedule in. So this is what we need to follow from now on. Sunday will be Arabic, Islamic, or KSA test. Monday, math test. Tuesday, science test. Wednesday, social studies class. Thursday, language arts test. So all tests weekly tests must fall on these dates. There will be no, starting next week, you cannot have any test on different days from this. Even if it's pop quiz, it needs to be on this day. Also, it's been noticed a lot that teachers are wearing pants. If you are wearing pants, you will get a write-up the first time. Weekly, if you don't send out your weekly plans on Thursday, you will get a write-up. Also, per grade level, we need 5 days of emergency sub-plans turned in by February 28th. They can be the same for the grade level, and just because we've had a lot of people out and with no substitute plans. Okay, so the early release schedule will be, the early release days that I spoke about earlier are going to be February 18th, March 24th, and April 14th. February 18th and April 14th will run a different schedule than the March 24th schedule. So example, that February and April, students will go to first, second, third, fourth, and fifth periods. Then on the March schedule, the one in the middle, students will go to first period, sixth period, seventh period, eighth period, ninth period. So that's how the day will run overall, to make sure that we get as many academic classes as we can in those days. Okay, so that's the end of my notes. If you have a question, please send me an email or ask your lead teacher to clarify as much as they can, and they can get back to me. I hope you have a great weekend, and